Hi, I'm Taylor Sanderson and this is Nigerian Dwarf Farm. Let's have a look around. Well, everybody here seems to be adjusting well to their new pen. They haven't been able to get out, so I think the new pen's a good idea, and I'll tell you why. This is Holly right here, and she had a C-section, an emergency C-section, and because she was here in this pen where I could keep an eye on her, I noticed she had gone into labor and she was having the most trouble. She couldn't push her kids out. So I called my local veterinarian and they said I needed an emergency C-section, and they gave me an address of an equine veterinarian, and I took her there. And they immediately upon arrival did an emergency C-section that saved her life. I was very fortunate to have her back. So now that Holly is back, she has milk that needs to be taken from her. So what I did is I put this cabinet up, and inside the cabinet is a milking machine I ordered, and I'll show you the milking machine. This is a Pulse milking machine, and that's a 7-liter milk jug, stainless steel, and it has these 2 teat cups right here, and it has these clamps. If you just want to do 1 teat at a time, you push these clamps down and it will hold the milk from going to 1 teat, so you can pump just from 1. And it's a good way to start just by doing 1 teat at a time, and if you want to apply the other teat cup, then you can just unlock and apply the other teat cup. Holly hasn't been milked this morning. Her udders are full. So what we need to do is to get her up on the stand and milk her out. And that's what we'll do right now. We'll get her up and we'll put a little bit of corn in there so she can feed. And we'll start the milking machine, and I'll show you how that works. So I have Holly here on the milking stand. Normally what you would do is put some feed right here in this little container, but since I have all these goats around, that would make the goats attracted to the grain. So I'm just going to milk her like this and rub on her neck a little bit instead of feeding her today. have her hooked up to the milking machine, it'd just be a little bit of time before she'll be drained right on out. Sure beats the heck out of hand milking her. I tried that some, and I'm telling you, my hands just are not made to milk the goats. I'm awfully glad I got that milking machine. It's probably one of the best investments I've made in a while. And they're not expensive either. You can get them. Do a good job too. I don't think she really minds this at all. Seems like she'll start to kick a little bit once she starts to run dry. I think she knows when she's dry and it's just sucking on her for no reason. So she usually starts to kick a little bit then. And that's a good indication to me to know it's time to take the teat cups off. The way you do that is to cut off the motor, and then there's a little hose on top of the 7-liter stainless steel milk bucket. You take that loose, and that will cause the suction to drop, and you can take the teat cups off then, they'll drop right off. But as you can see, she's taking it very well. Sometimes the hoses will get a little bent at the very top of the milk jug, and you just hold it up and that'll keep the milk going good. Well, looks like she stopped giving milk, so I'll go ahead and take this top hose off, and you'll hear maybe a hiss or something like that, and the teat cups will come right off. And that's all there was to it. Now I just take off this little piece of baling twine, open up her headlock, and she's fine. This is a nice addition I made to my barn. I used a fan that I used to have for my kiln when I was running wood, and I put it on the floor and I blow it, I don't know, maybe a few hours, maybe not even that much, and it dries the concrete floor right out. The goats get in and make a mess during the night when they come in here, and I shovel it out, and then I dry it out. So this is working out just right. Let's give these nice girls a little bit of food, eat some hay and a little bit of corn, and then I guess that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching today, and if you would like to subscribe and like, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. dusty. At first you really don't realize you're getting much into your lungs, but if you do it day after day after day, you'll get a cough. And it's much better to wear a mask and put up with that than to start hacking and coughing all the time.